Good morning, sixth graders. Congratulations for just completing your second MLQ in ELA. We hope you're having a little bit more fun now annotating by trying to check your paper, or please check your paper for super cute puppies. So on the screen, I'm just going to leave up this annotation guide because your eyes should totally be on your paper and we're going to practice our listening skills. I'm not going to show you what I'm doing, but if you're listening, then you should be marking up your text the same exact way that I am reading it, especially those of you in Spell House. You know that that's our focus of the week, instructions the first time. So I want to make sure that you're listening, and I'll see you when I collect these papers. So you are going to check for super cute puppies on the page that says accident prone at the top. Casey grew up in Portland, Maine, where much of the year is very cold. Okay, so already I'm going to stop right there. And next to paragraph 1, I'm going to draw this little plot mountain right here, because when I see a plot part, this is my symbol to draw. So go ahead and draw this plot part, and then write exposition next to it, because this is my exposition. Do that and then unpause the video. Okay, I already know that that was my exposition because in just the first sentence, I met a character, Casey, so underline Casey. And I learned about the setting, Portland, Maine, so underline Portland, Maine. And it says the year is very cold. And being very cold is also a detail about the setting, so underline that. I know this is our exposition because exposition, the beginning of our plot mountain, is the part that teaches us about setting and characters. So you should have just annotated exposition and then also written setting above those two, because as it says in your annotation key right here, you should always write details about setting when you see it. Notice I did not write character change or CC because sure, I met Casey, I met a character, but we only annotate when we're checking for super cute puppies when we see a character change. So if the character does something different or develops, then we write CC. All right, wow, that was a lot just for one sentence. I'm going to start again, then let's keep going. Casey grew up in Portland, Maine, where much of the year is very cold. He played basketball for his middle school team, but hadn't had a chance to practice in months because of the weather. It was the middle of winter. How is a kid supposed to practice basketball in the freezing cold? So now basically everything about that last sentence is a detail about setting. So underline it and write setting. That is part of our annotation key. And again, that whole paragraph 1 is the exposition because we learn about our character, that he likes basketball, and we learn about the setting. Now the rest of it, I am not going to do for you independently, or I'm going to read it out loud, but you're going to annotate paragraphs 2 through 7 as I read. You should be pausing. Sorry, hold on.
Ms. Linnell, please stop by the front office. Ms. Linnell, please stop by the front office.
You should be pausing the video many times so that you can be jotting this stuff down the whole time that you read. Paragraph 2. Casey knew he wasn't supposed to play basketball in the living room, but he desperately wanted to practice, so he just bounced the ball once. Well, twice. He was about to go outside when the ball hit a little vase on the end table. It crashed to the floor. It broke into about 1,000,000 pieces. I'll clean it up, he thought. Maybe no one will notice. He looked outside. His mom was in the backyard playing with his little brother. He got a broom and a dustpan from the kitchen. The broom missed some little pieces of the glass, so he used his hand to sweep the glass into the pan. Ouch! He cut his finger. It began to bleed right onto the white sofa. He dropped the dustpan and ran to the bathroom. Little red drops trailed behind him. He filled the sink and ran warm water over the cut. He opened the cabinet. The bandages were on the top shelf. He went to his room to get a chair. Just then he heard the sounds of water flowing and the door opening. Casey, his mother yelled. He was in big trouble. So if you've reached the end at this point, your paper should look crazy marked up. I should see, when I collect this, or Ms. Gaston or Mr. Armadio, they should see central idea at least every few paragraphs. That's definitely in there. There's definitely a theme, right? A lesson we can learn from this story, that should be there. And anytime you see details about the setting, and all the plot parts should be marked up. In case you need a little reminder, I'll type the plot parts right here. There's exposition, then it's the rising action, then it's the climax, then it's the falling action, then it's the resolution. So you should have all paragraphs marked with at least one of those plot parts, okay? I'm going to put this for you right here in a different color so you can leave it up on the screen and see it if you need to. Now, once your paper looks crazy marked up with all those things, then get to your, now then, like right now I should pause the video to make sure you have all those things down. Now if you're back, complete your exit ticket. And which paragraph does the rising action start? Rage. So I know the rising action, some of you may have that it's a few paragraphs long, but it really is only one specific, or actually there's 2 paragraphs in here that are the rising action, but I want your rage to just tell me in what paragraph does it start. So which paragraph is the first time where we see the falling action get started. So go ahead, complete your exit ticket. Make sure your paper is crazy marked up. Make sure your evidence is in quotation marks and that you introduce it with a phrase like according to the text or in paragraph blank it says, something like that. And then we'll come together and then take out your independent reading book.